So say something for me real quick.
Hello.
Okay, so that's recording. I'll just have that recording in the background. I'm going to record it now. I'm recording on the Rodecaster Pro, and then I'm going to hit go live here. Ready to go live? Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Let's see if this works. My phone will be my backup. Okay, so we should be broadcasting. It says we're live.
It says the broadcast is live.
All right, so here I'm going to start with my turn the fan off. Here's the intro. I got to update my intro. Welcome to the Geek Homeworld. I am your host,
doing the Zemo,
aka Savage Tech Man. We talk sci-fi, TV, movies, superheroes, and all from a geek perspective. You can find us on Blogger, Google Plus, Twitter,
Google Plus?
Facebook.
Google Plus doesn't exist anymore.
We're everywhere. Join the Geek Homeworld. I'm talking right over the intro. That's just bad.
People know your intro already if they're watching your show. They already know it.
Now let's see. I want to see comments if they pop up. So they'll pop up there. So I just click. Okay.
Let's switch over to comments.
So I guess we're live. I want to just double check it to see if it's live on the. Oh, it's showing up on my channel there. I don't know how to pimp this to the share. How about that? I'll just share that too.
Hey, share it. Awesome.
Join us live now on YouTube.
Maybe somebody will join us.
We'll see. It's late. Well, I mean, didn't people used to stay up late?
In some parts of the country, it's late.
Yeah. I have 27 subs. I'm a growing YouTube channel.
Woo, me too.
I've been podcasting longer.
Yes, I remember.
Oh, good. I can see there's 2 people watching. Now I'm one of those.
Woo, hello, people.
That's us too, I think. But
I'm not watching it.
I've got it. I don't know if you can see it here. I've got it up on the phone here. So.
Yes, I see that. Yeah. Awesome. You just saw me waving.
Did I see you waving? Yeah, I see you waving. So. Oh wow, it's delayed. If you can see, it's delayed on the phone.
I saw that was delayed because I was like, I just waved like a minute ago and.
The robot, it's doing it. Okay, that's freaking me out. But let's see. We got to get over here to I can't change my sound bank. How do I change my sound bank? You're right, I do.
With your buttons.
I got too many doggone buttons. I don't even remember how to fire phasers. So we're gonna start talking here. I'm gonna play around with this and see. Ooh, does that look better?
Hey, awesome. Yeah, I think that looks a little better.
That looks better. Oh, that looks better. It's all about me.
Oh my God. Oh
God. There's that.
That's fine, or the way it was before.
I don't know what that is. Okay.
Yeah, hey, that's good.
That's good, yeah. Because you're kind of like way back there, and I'm kind of like, I'm always like leaning into the camera. I was like, hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Can anyone hear me? So, I'm seeing there's a delay on the camera here. It's funny.
Yes, people, this is just us goofing around because we don't know what the hell we're doing.
Yeah, this is my first time doing StreamYard, which I started doing in StreamYard, and I got to look at the camera. Where's the camera? Right there. Am I looking at it?
Yeah, you're pointing. You just stuck your finger in my eye, dude.
Where's your finger at? But we'll see if anybody actually gets on here. But so welcome to the Geek Homeworld. This is testing StreamYard. We're doing a live chat here. This is totally unscripted, kind of like how we'll talk about our history, how we met.
How we met. We both used to work at Walmart. many
times
years ago.
Before the empire. And no, and yeah. So we met. We started podcast.
2008.
I know it exactly.
I remember we did that 2009 Star Trek episode. I remember doing that one.
Yeah, and I want to say. Oh, well, first, I guess I can introduce you. This is DigitalCavemann, and your channel is what?
My YouTube channel is DigitalCavemann Presents, Generally, if you just search Digital Caveman, it should pop up. But if not,
And that's Digital
put the presents
Caveman
on there
with
and-
2 N's.
with 2 N's, not like it's spelled on the ticker. Like it's
Is it spelled? Oh, I misspelled it on the ticker. Hold on.
You got Digital Caveman Presents right, but anyway, it's all good.
The ticker. Well, take me to that. Hide the ticker. Maybe I gotta hide it for a second so I can edit it. Okay. We're doing this live. It's right on the ticker.
Live editing.
Scroll across the bottom. It says digital. I did it right. Yeah, you're right.
One of them you did right, and one of them you only had one.
Well, you're about to see it. Geek Homeworld live chat with Digital Caveman with 2 N's of Digital Caveman Presents. Oh, that should be capital. You know, my grammar. I've got to correct that.
It's not like YouTube search uses.
I know
Capitals, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Show that. Okay.
And you know that doesn't stop me. Every time I go to do tags, I still use capital letters, even though, you know, after about 15 of them, I'm like, I don't have to capitalize this crap. Why am I still doing it? But it's out of habit.
I guess you can't move the banners around. So, hey, there's somebody's on here. Say hello, whoever you are.
Hello,
Let's see comments.
Please chat with us.
Please chat with us. Hello. How are you? Oops. Live viewer comments show up here. This is an example.
Well,
okay.
your comment showed up.
Oh, did I put it on there? Oh, do you see that?
I see hello. Yes.
You see hello. Oh, so you see the little chat window.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Yes. I see the little chat.
But it doesn't. But if I want to show it, oh, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
This is super easy.
We're going to have to do this for my channel one day so I can see how the little...
Well, I was trying to set this up with the OBS and then run it through there, which I've done that with my radio show.
That sounds overly complicated.
It is, and I know StreamYard's easy, and I don't know on this free version how much you get. Of course, you got the branding. I don't care about the branding being on there, you know.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So
brought to you by.
We've got 6 people on here.
By StreamYard.
Please say hello in the chat, whoever you are, so we know you're here. And I'm Ed of Geek Homeworld, and I've got Digital Caveman of Digital Cavemann Presents, and you review a lot of different things. You found a niche. Let's talk about niches. Your niche is you have what is it? You have you have transform.
Okay.
Okay.
I have non-Transformers Tuesday. I started out doing Transformer reviews.
Right.
Because, you know, I had a backlog of stuff to review, but I didn't want to run out of material. I wanted to keep everything running smoothly, so to speak. And so I let some other stuff besides Transformers back up on me. And I said, well, you know what? I got enough stuff now. I can start dropping 2 videos. I could probably start dropping 3, 4 videos a week now at this point. But I decided I'll drop Tuesdays and Fridays. So Fridays was all my first drops, and they were all Transformers videos. So I said, well, on Tuesdays, I'll drop stuff that's not Transformers, and I'll call it Non-Transformer Tuesday. Okay. Although I probably should have switched that up and made it Transformer Tuesday. And
so what days are your videos coming out? Like your Transformer ones?
Currently, they are coming out. Transformers are on Friday.
Transformers Friday.
I generally drop them at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Tuesdays, also, it's non-Transformers videos on Tuesdays, also at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So do you do the reviews, basically? You do the unboxings and all that. You've done a behind the scenes. I requested behind the scenes.
Do some behind the scenes stuff on Instagram, which if you follow me on Instagram, you just saw one where I was starting out doing a video and I hit the camera and I said some things that weren't real nice.
Yeah.
And I knew I said, I'm going to put that on. Son of a beatus.
Diabetes. It got us both.
You know, so if you follow me on Instagram, you can see that video on there.
But yeah,
my camera goes for a wackadoo.
We met working years ago. Oh, and by the way, I'm all over the place tonight, so because I've not rehearsed any of this, so I said let's just get on here and do something live on my channel.
Sounds like old times.
Sounds like old times. It sounds like the Digital Man Cave podcast, which is still available. Exactly. and it's still getting downloads to this day, even though we ended it in 2014 when I started Geek Homeworld. And I actually, if I got my date correctly, everything I've started has been on September the 7th, I think. 7th or 8th. Well,
that's better than it being on September the 11th.
Yeah, but that's when I started it. We started to put the first Digital Man Cave episode out, and it's on all platforms. And then we did that for 6 years. We did that and ended it.
I was in the beginning. I was on there every episode, and then
and then it kind of we had different people float in and out of the podcast over the years, and it was very unscripted, and then eventually it got scripted.
Well, yeah, we had a sort of an outline to start out with. We had what was it? You would start out. We'd talk about movie numbers.
Box office and I still
and then we'd move into let's talk about movies, and that went off the rails, and then it was okay, well, let's move on to the next section, and it might have been computer stuff, and and then that went off the rails, and
right.
So we ended up with like 5-hour episodes in the beginning.
By the way, I want to shout out to anybody on your Discord or my Discord or a couple of the Discord servers that I'm in. So if you're there, please just type hello so we know you're there. We know who's actually here watching. We got 6 people watching, which is awesome.
I hope that means your video got 6 likes.
Very good.
If you liked the video and
then
you're watching it, click that like button.
Click that like button. Show love for us content creators.
Like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to ding that bell, folks.
I almost dinged the bell. I'm listening to you. But I don't want to ding my own bell. That doesn't sound right. You can ding my bell. Your own bell. But let's see. So we did Digital Man Cave from 2008 to 2014. And then
folks, there's some fun episodes in there. Like there are some.
We always did the titles. I was great with coming up with the titles. We had our famous
Samuel L. Jackson versus
we had the
Duke Nukem, and we had the
my gosh, it was
on our phones with the voice clips, and
it was stupid fun. We were dumb and just stupid back then.
Yes,
and we're just older stupid now.
Yeah, so not much has changed. So.
Not much has changed. But then I did the Geek Homeworld thing. I started that in 2014, and I put the promo out there, and then my mom passed away, and it literally just took me out of everything. So it was a weird time, and so really kind of 2015 is when I put out the first official episode, The Podcast Awakens. That's Geek Homeworld. And so it's been, this September will be... All right, I'm counting off screen here. Actually, I'm not. Let's see, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It'll be 7 years. Yes. I've been doing a podcast. So, and we passed 150, so we're like, this is, I don't know if I count this as an episode yet. Hey, we got some people in there.
Hello, Bike Channel. Hello.
I'm going to put you on screen there.
I don't know who that is. Maybe
hey, Bike Channel. It says, hi, Big Sexy. Okay. I don't know who you are, but there you are. Thank you for joining us here on this live stream.
Yes, and for coming out and calling me sexy.
I just assumed they were talking to me.
What? Oh, that I think they want you to eat a bag of dinks.
Oh dear. Okay.
That's not very nice.
That's not very friendly, Bike Channel. I'm not sure why you would say that. But, well, anyway, I won't be featuring that out there. Thanks for calling. Let's not call it out if they say something not so nice. But anyway, so yeah, we were podcasting. So I've been doing that for like 7 years, having a good time. Here you go. I'll put this. He said sorry.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
We accept.
This literally, you're joining us on the first time I'm using StreamYard, which, I'm late to the party on. And I usually try to do OBS. And I have this really convoluted way. I do the radio show and the podcast versus the other one. And I just, trying to figure it all out. But yeah, so Geek Homeworld basically, well, Digital Caveman. let's back up. Yeah, that's you. Because I have to look at it because I have a because I'm a Georgia fan. Well, I guess I live in Georgia, and I got a thing that says "Man Cave," one of those little plaques, and so I was gonna put the Geek Homeworld logo in there, so it would say Geek Homeworld Man Cave. But I have to look at that because if I ever talk about the Digital Man Cave, I think about your name and I'll say it's a Digital Caveman podcast, but it's not. and you're actually in your lair there,
yes.
and. Oh, wow. I can't tell you. Well, you see that. Okay, we're not looking at. Okay, somebody said hello.
Oh, that's my son.
Oh, that's
Hello.
Your son right there?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I'm looking at the comments from Bike Channel. I'm trying not to laugh, but I'm not going to put them on the screen, okay? But anyway, so the Digital Man Cave podcast came out of the fact I was getting into podcasting in 2008, and we were there, and you and I just kind of came up with the name. We were the kings of the digital revolution, as we called it back then.
Yeah, that's what we called it.
I'm getting distracted by the chat there.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway. So we did that, and then that's where the name came from, because we're like, oh, Digital Man Cave, that is really cool, and we had a lot.
Hey, that's Ryu. Hello.
Oh, okay.
And wifey. Hello.
How do you say that? Gun Ryu. Gun Ryu. Okay. And then okay, and cool. I'm not used to this. This is 9 people. It's gonna explode. It's gonna burn up my computer. No, but we were talking just like crazy stuff and on Digital Man Cave podcast, but it came out of that because you literally had, and it's probably updated, but you had every last time I was up there, which was so long ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Well, at the beginning, when I used to come up there, I'd lug all my stuff up there and we'd podcast. Then we were able to do it remotely.
Yeah.
And that made it a little easier. And then
yes.
Life got busy, and we didn't get the podcast as much later on. But yeah, you had like every Star Wars battle staged there upstairs, like
Yes, it has expanded since then. That was just on a 12-inch shelf that ran all the way down the wall, 12 inches wide and then like 42 inches long. And now I've expanded that. I built a table that is 4 foot by 8 foot, and it has 2 levels on it, and that's all Star Wars, 3 3/4 Star Wars.
And you had the I'm gonna bring up a thing, and don't you start using foul language here. But we might talk about Kathleen Kennedy.
Son of a beat.
Anyway, because you had the.
The only thing I want to say about Kathleen Kennedy is I hope to Kayla she's on the way out the door. That's.
Well, and what it made me think of that is because you had all the books, literally all the books that are not canon, but they kind of
used to they were canon.
Right.
And Disney bought it, and they said, "Oh, we're making a new movie, so none of that crap counts anymore." Which
was wrong. And
well, as you can see, they're cherry picking stuff out of that now. That's in Rebels, they brought in Grand Admiral Thrawn. There you go.
Son of a Beatus. Yeah, and okay, that we both rocked the diabetes. I can't even say it right. It's since Brimley, but we had a whole episode about Wilford Brimley. God rest his soul. But and the diabetes.
Worse.
Yeah, but anyway, to get back to okay, I'm very distracted by the chat. I don't know.
Stop looking at it. Block it out.
Yeah, block it out. Yeah, but
I know you can't do that.
I can't. I'm easily distracted. Ooh, squirrel. What? But let's see. I can't change my sound pads on my Rodecaster Pro here. Why? See, I'm already distracted. But anyway, so yeah, we just talked about a lot of stuff on there. But what the reason I mentioned the Kathleen Kennedy thing is we're talking about what Star Wars was for us, and then the stuff that was thrown out of canon. That one of my favorite novelizations or whatever was, of course, there's about 2 or 3 of them. I'm looking at my collection over there off of camera, but my favorite is Darth Plagueis. They should have went that route.
That was a really good book. It added a lot of background to things that led up to episode 1, which of course itself was just a lot of background stuff for the most part. But
I can't put this person. Can I show your wife's thing on there? No, you probably don't.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Let's not do that.
But
This is gonna be the diabetes episode.
My boy.
That's your boy.
Yes, this is gonna be the sequel to the diabetes episode of from Digital Man Cave.
Yeah, this might be the diabetes unofficial diabetes.
Just
I got the diabetes.
It was safe to eat sugar.
Eat sugar and die. Well, you need sugar, but God, I was trying to talk about the. Okay, I guess I did. Anyway, moving on. So let's talk about you for a minute. Go ahead. I'll just.
That's nice for a change.
Okay, your time's up. But let's see. Okay, I don't know who this bike channel.
I do believe that name should be Troll Channel.
Well,
so we just won't pay him any attention anymore.
I don't know, unless they say something nice. I thank them for being here. But anyway.
Hey, it's still a view.
It's still a view. That's right.
Still a view.
The algorithm loves you. And so let's talk about your channel. I don't know. I didn't plan anything. This is totally unscripted.
It's off the wall, yeah.
This is off the wall. Anyway, so you don't do just transfers because you got a better understanding of Discord than I do, and
and I'm just scratching the surface on that. I mean, there's people that know how to run those bots and all that stuff on there. I have no idea how to do all that.
Yeah, I don't know how that. Okay, boom. Anyway, so yeah, but you like did a great job, and you got me on board with Discord, and I'm still learning it, and it's I thought we were done with text chat and all that, so I don't know. I thought video was the future. Of course, I'm an audio podcaster by nature, and the video, the whole YouTube channel was an afterthought. Had we jumped on board when it was before it was a thing, we could be $1 million creators. We could be MKHD or whatever his name is, okay. Who? What? Okay. Just ignore some people. All right. Oh, here you go. Yes. Hey, we had Romulan ale once at your place, and we no longer for
Yes.
It will no longer be served at diplomatic missions.
It's not ever going to be served at anything in my house again.
I know. That was like
did a number on us.
That was crazy, and yeah, we'll have to do that again sometime. But gosh, so yeah, as I was saying about your Discord, you did a fantastic job with I was overwhelmed because when I got Discord, I didn't know how to turn off the notifications on it. And my phone was blowing up at work because you have so many channels, so well detailed for G.I. Joe, Transformers. Help me out here.
Now, that's how it looks now. Before it was just kind of jumble of stuff, and it was hard to find anything. And then month or so ago. Well, I guess it was 2 months now. I went back and just reformatted. I erased all of it and reformatted everything, and so things are easy to find now. You can find what you're looking for.
But yeah. I mean, you really put it all together really well, and your channel's up on. It's really doing well. I mean, you're getting some traction. Like I was surprised when you surprised me with your first live, or your first guest starring role on what's the gentleman's podcast?
Deluxe Baldwin.
Baldwin. Okay.
Yes.
It was like Alec Baldwin. Is that one of the Baldwins?
No. He's not one of them.
He's just Deluxe Baldwin.
He's Deluxe.
And it was a great show. You should check out Deluxe Baldwin's channel. Sub him if you haven't. And y'all had a very interesting video there. Very interesting conversation. Mostly about Transformers, but you know.
Yes.
But okay, I am not looking at the chat.
Yes, you are. You know you can't help yourself.
I'm like, really? Okay. I'm supposed to mention, I don't want to put it up there, but Peach Sangria.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Those were good times.
Yes.
And way before the pandemic, way before these weird times. So anywho, to make a short story even longer, as I do. Always. I think it's you. I think it's your influence on me.
Is it me? I'm a bad influence. Is that what it is?
Yeah, let's just go with that.
Okay.
That sounds right. It couldn't be my fault. So, but yeah, we start our love of the podcasting. We would sit around and talk for hours about what films we had watched. Of course, Dark Knight was a big influence on us in 2008. Yes. Up to 2012, Avengers, obviously, you know, and 2008 was Iron Man. It was a great year. It was like, really, that's when that's when the film industry changed. Because I was researching like all the way back to like the beginning of the film industry. And I don't live in the basement bike channel. Thank you. It's my own studio. Yeah, but I'm sorry, I will not look at the chat. But we were what was I talking about? Monkeys? Something?
Yeah, Arachnia, batlets are not for borrowing.
Okay. He wants to. Hey, we know that I couldn't go near the batleth. I would like. Seriously hurt myself.
I would never put you near anything sharp.
That's true. I would bump into it and, you know, hack off my finger again. But I don't want to do that. But let's see. So what the hell? You say something. What were we talking about? I'm not editing any of this. So I don't care.
Well, you can. It's live. It's too late.
People are here for fun. You know, I'm always too serious anyway, right?
Yeah, sometimes you are.
Yeah, I get serious. I used to get political, but I don't do any of that anymore. As much. So,
no, just like every other phone call we have.
Yeah, I try not.
You're trying to steer me back in that political thing.
Do I though?
Of course. Yes, you do. And of course, we
I can't help it that you're wrong.
Eye to eye.
Yeah, but the thing about you and I is we don't always see eye to eye, but we can always find a common ground because we've got a little bit of common sense. We're kind of like the world used to be before social media, you know. Twitter is just, you know, a trash can.
It's
I don't really
toxic.
Put anything on there. It's terrible. And
I put when I post new videos on there, and that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't put anything out on Twitter. It's not even really worth it. But so what the hell were we talking about? You say something. I don't want to lead this discussion. I know it's my podcast.
Arachnia is asking about my comic book covers.
Oh.
I'm actually working on a YouTube video with all the covers that I've done so far, and I'm a little I need to update my Discord with some. I've done one or two since I've posted in there, and I need to get that done. But YouTube is taking up a lot of my time right now.
How about those? Let's see the Death Star. There it is. I've got a. Where's mine?
In fact, Ed, you sent me that for Christmas.
I remember that. Which Christmas
It lights
though?
up and stuff.
So does mine. This is my.
Years ago.
This is my. Man, I'm so generous. This lights up too. It's my speaker, whatever. But I don't want to freak out my whole setup here. But you can tell I've got. Well, you can't really see. The shot was much wider. Okay, let's make it all about me for a second. So if you can see, we got Grogu hanging out in his backpack over here. If you can see, I can't point. There we go. And then I've got a lot of my Star Wars stuff up here, a lot of stuff I've done in the film industry that you can't see that's off camera, that direction. And enough about me. And we're back.
But yeah, the last cover I worked on and got some stuff posted on Instagram, Arachnia, was I just finished X-Men #1, the Jim Lee X-Men from 92. I think it was 92. I just finished that one.
When the X-Men actually come to the MCU, they just need to take the cartoon and just adapt it, And
they're not going to do that.
They're not going to do that. The great Kevin Feige. I can never say his name. Feige. That's why I'm not working there, apparently. I can't say his name yet. But, so yeah, I just, I don't know what the hell I was going to say. This is why we usually script things a little bit like points, because I'll just go off on a tangent.
Yes, Ed likes to ramble. He's a rambling man.
I never know how to end anything. This stream is going to go on for days and days and days. But let's see. Tell us some more about your channel. What are some things that you got planned? What are some?
Well, this guy right here, I just reviewed Friday, which I got the figure in Thursday, and I did a few pictures, and decided, hey, I can film and edit and all that stuff in one day and have it ready by 4 o'clock when I usually drop my videos. And it ended up being about 7:30 p.m.
Oh my gosh.
So I really I'm not going to do any more one-day reviews.
I'm sure it's difficult. I mean, I don't like your setup. I like the fact that you showed us the behind the scenes of how you do it. I mean, you've got your green. What do you want to tell everybody how you have it set up? Or
yeah, I have a green screen and about 2, 4, 6, 8, 7 lights to light everything up all over the place. I have some diffusers that I made homemade out of some foam board and a trash bag.
You work with what you got.
Funny, but it works. It works, and it was a hell of a lot cheaper than buying some diffusers. So
I mean, you can make lighting work. I have very different variations. You can't see it of lighting that I try here. I've even got the Christmas lights back up here. I don't know if you see them, but I can plug them in. They're like the blood red kind of color. So sometimes I'll do that.
They probably end up being too bright and washing stuff out.
They do. Like I plan to add some lighting back here inside the cabinet so it'll illuminate more stuff. Get some little sticky lights or some rope lights or LED lights one day. But I'm just too lazy.
She fixed her name.
Oh, is it Digital Cave Queen?
Yes.
Okay, I'll show that. Should I show that one?
Yes, you can show that one.
The dodo. What is the dodo bot?
She's talking about the doo-doo bot.
Doo-doo. Oh, God.
Yes, there's a transformer. He's kind of has a brown deco on him, and that's what that's the name for it. That's been kind of going around the internet was, doo-doo bot or poop stain barricade and
For
stuff
real?
like that.
I didn't know
For
this.
real. And I had gotten an extra one because they're supposed to be like zombie transformers. And the thing is, they're supposed to be rusty. And everybody was calling doo-doo bot, and my son was watching reviews with me where they were calling it, stuff like that. And I had got an extra one. I opened up the box that it came in, and he looked, he's like, what's in there? And I showed him what's in there. He's like, Daddy, I want one of them doo-doo bots. So I did give it to him, and I would show, I had to get up, but I'll grab it.
Oh Lord, don't get
I'll
up.
show you, yeah.
You don't have to. Okay, or you can't. Okay. Oh, you scared me for a minute. I didn't think you had pants.
Oh yeah.
We just went through the whole Zoom era.
I'm not like some YouTubers I could mention, Deluxe.
Oh, for real?
Or
I don't want to know.
I don't know if that's actually the case, but that's the rumor that goes around, in every one of his live streams. Deluxe not wearing pants, but so here.
You know what the difference is? I'm not wearing hockey pants.
So
who is that? That's
this
him.
is the doo-doo bot. Yeah.
That's a terrible name. You gave that transformer. He now has self-esteem issues, I'm sure.
Well, it's okay because he has no spark. He's a zombie.
I don't know. I'm spacing out right now. I'm in another dimension. I'm back.
That's not unusual.
Yeah, I'm just...
Looks like Starscream. Who said that?
But-
Gunrow? It's not Starscream. He looks like Barricade.
He looks
fact,
like... Now that...
Old.
Oops. I'm sorry. Hide.
That's somebody else. But Gunryu, the Walmart does have a Seeker on that Starscream Cybertronian Tetrajet mode in the Rust colors, and people are already giving it the nickname Shitstorm because some of the other have Storm in their name. So
what does it take to be a digital cave queen?
I guess being married to me and putting up with my sorry behind.
When I saw you before before you were on Deluxe's channel. Deluxe, help me out. I don't remember names. That was so 5 minutes ago.
Do what now?
Deluxe
Baldwin.
Deluxe Baldwin's channel. And when I saw you on there, I was like, oh my God, he cut his hair. I didn't realize you have it pinned back, but
yeah.
Are you going to do an
It's all still there.
Yeah, and then I saw you the other day. I'm like, dear God in heaven, you look like Old Man Worf from like the series finale of The Next Generation. I mean, you got the goatee rocking there, but yeah, I've got like for this doesn't matter, but I've got 2 gray hairs. I got one, and then another one just popped in right here, and they're doing whatever in the hell they want to do. So I'm sure somebody can make a meme about that, but it's like, it's like, what is this? But it's like, it's weird. And but I'm all gray down here. But yeah, I can't do the long crazy beard stuff. It just drives me crazy. Like I was swimming today. I went swimming today. It's pool season now, so. I only almost drowned twice last summer, so I'm trying not to drown at all this year. And, because me and water just don't mix. And, but I don't.
Yes, you should see him drink some water.
Okay. I don't drink much water, but, let's see. I got one of my, what do I have over here? Oh Lord, watch me drop something. I think you gave me this as a gift. Did you give me this as a gift?
I don't remember. I don't think I gave you that.
Somebody gave me this as a gift. No, it says like num num, gimme. It's before we knew who Grogu was. I'm sorry, Baby Yoda.
No, all Baby Yoda merchandise that I purchase goes to the Digital Cave Queen.
Oh, it goes to her.
Yeah,
she gets it.
She likes the Grogu.
Yeah. What do you think they're gonna do? Do you think Carano's coming back for this new season? Gina.
I hope Gina Carrera gets Carrera.
I can't say her name.
I hope Gina Carano gets to come back when Kathleen's contract does not get renewed.
Well, it's just, I think we realized with the Disney trilogy that they made a mistake. You know, the other day, JJ, there's videos out there. They interviewed JJ.
Said there was no plan.
Yeah. You know,
there was no plan for Star Wars. And, you know, if you watch it, that's really evident. And I don't think that's completely true. I think J.J. Abrams had somewhat of a plan for Star Wars. And then Kennedy hired that jackass Rian Johnson. And he just took Star Wars and crapped all over it. And, you know, that's my opinion. Your opinion may differ.
Well, but, you know, there's things I like about it, but yeah,
it almost killed Star Wars for me. It was so
bad. If not for Favreau and Filoni and what they did with Mandalorian in just one season, let alone 2 seasons, and getting that Luke Skywalker reveal, even the de-aging, I didn't even care about the de-aging. That was such a moment for people that grew up with Star Wars like you and I, you know, with the original trilogy, that actually saw it in theaters. That was like, oh my gosh, it was one of the brightest moments of my life. And it's sad that while Carrie Fisher was alive, that we never once saw the original cast together. We just needed one scene with them together, you know? Yeah. And the new cast, they spent all their time being apart, and they realized there were so many issues with it. I mean, they approached it the wrong way. They tried to be a little too woke on it. And I'm all for representation, but if the story suffers because of that, then, you know, you can't take someone like...
If it's a story, then it's, you know, I'm fine with it. But if it doesn't, you know, if it's someone just like an agenda of some kind, I don't appreciate that.
But yeah, it's like hold on a sec, I've got to put somebody else in timeout here. That's a cool thing, you can put people in timeout. I like that.
Yes.
And but my first trolls, I'm excited. I've arrived. But anyway, so what we got on that on the Disney trilogy, just they missed the opportunity that they'll never get back, you know. And somebody said, "Oh yeah, I gotta show this." Time out, yay! Yeah, we've been warned that this can't go on too long. We'll be on here for hours upon hours.
Hours and hours.
It's a late Friday night. Is it Friday or is it Saturday?
It is Saturday.
Shit. I mean, shucks. But I didn't know. I thought today was Friday. I don't know anymore. I don't know anything. It's still 2020. I don't even know. Was it 2021? I don't know.
Yes, it's 2021.
It'll be 2022 before you know it.
But we're about halfway through 2021 now.
It's wild, isn't it? It's crazy. It's like really freakish that everything is flying by so quickly. Yeah, I mean, I just got off of a feature film, which I was so excited to be on. And so I was able to start 2020 out right, because 2020 was just crazy for everybody. And I don't want to talk about it. Nobody's ever going to... They're going to skip over, and when we talk in the future, we're like...
From 2019 to 2021. What happened in 2020? We don't know. Nobody remembers.
We've talked about this on the Geek Homeworld podcast. That's at geekhomeworld.libsyn.com or wherever you get your podcast at. Or here on the YouTube channel. Subscribe, hit that like button. Anyway...
Don't forget to ding that bell.
Don't forget to ding that bell. And yeah, but we talked about on an episode about imagine the year that Marvel had with like 7 in 2019. They had 7 films that crossed the $1 billion mark. And, you know, we were like, wow, that's just a moment in time. That may never happen again. And looking at things, it may be years before that happens again. But Imagine if we were in this period of time and the pandemic, instead of it hitting in 2020, hit in 2019. Can you imagine between Avengers,
there
Infinity War, and Endgame?
People who died because, it had to be 3 years until they got to see Endgame.
Oh my God.
So,
that would have been
a horrible, horrible way.
That would have been one of the worst things for geeks like us.
We thought it was bad having to wait on Black Widow, which really, is kind of outside that.
There's a meme that shows, help me out. Well, he's now Captain America, but Falcon. I forgot his name. His character's name.
Anthony Mackie.
No, what's his character's name? Yeah, Anthony Mackie. But
Sam.
Sam, thank you, Sam. So Sam's running, and then it's the on your left thing. Yeah, and he's Black Widow. It says Black Widow above him, and then you see Captain America running by, or Steve Rogers running by, and he's WandaVision, and then the next one's like on your left. Don't say it, and then it's Falcon and Winter Soldier. And then the next one is like Loki is coming up. Yeah. So we're gonna get Loki. This week coming up, and then which I've been so excited
Wednesday,
for.
Which is a weird day.
This is perfect. Whoever at Marvel decided this, you are a genius for thinking of this. But I heard that the reason Loki is coming out on Wednesday is because he does not want to follow Thor's Day, which is Thursday. And I'm like, that is freaking brilliant. So I'm like, that sounds like something Loki. That's like something Loki would say, And I think this, two series I was excited for was WandaVision, because Vision's one of my favorite characters, and that turned out so differently than I thought. It certainly started out differently, but it was a perfect thing to come out of the pandemic. The Falcon and Winter Soldier was okay, but I felt like it was drawn out. Me personally,
there was a lot of stuff in there that if it had been a 2-ish hour movie,
that a lot of those
been in there.
Middle things would have been cut out. Yes, I mean, there were some great moments, but
you know what you got to love about Falcon and Winter Soldier? The training montage. They brought back training montages.
Because we need to see the training. You just can't be a Mary Jane.
The only thing that was missing was like the Rocky theme when he was doing his.
Okay, I don't know who this is. I'm just going to pop this on the screen. I don't know who the spoon is.
Yes, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Nick. Okay. Anyway, thanks for being here. What were we talking about? Oh, so Loki's going to come out.
Distracted by the chat.
I get distracted by the chat. That is so true. And wow, I'm usually so proud of myself because I'm so prepared. But I was like, let's just get on for a fun chat about, I don't know. I was like, and I was too lazy to make any kind of notes. I'm like, so I don't know. We were talking about, but imagine if Endgame was split up and like if it came out in 2020, or we had to wait 2 or 3 years for Endgame between Infinity War.
That would have been hell to have to wait that long.
And we see now that Brie Larson may or may not be back. We don't know, or she's going to be sharing.
She's going to be back, if nothing else, and then to pass the torch.
Yeah.
But, I heard, or I saw a rumor on YouTube the other day, and again, this is just a rumor,
right?
That Filoni said F no to Brie Larson doing Star Wars anything. Take that with a grain of salt, but
yeah. But he's got a plan. He thinks in like half decades to a decade, ahead of, that's why Marvel works where DC doesn't. And I think Warner Brothers' biggest issue with their DC movies is there is really no planning.
they had a bit of a plan, but then there was a creative issue, I think, between Matt Reeves and Affleck about the direction of a Batman movie, and that led to, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, son.
Okay. I just put it on you said please, so I didn't mean to throw you off. I need to stop playing with all these controls.
It's a button you can't resist, I know it.
Yeah. I'm just pushing buttons everywhere.
So I don't remember what I was saying now either.
Sorry. I distracted you. Now I can visually distract you. That's even worse. This is we were talking about like Brie Larson not being in Star Wars, and he wasn't gonna.
Favreau's not. I don't think he's real keen on that. I think she just receives too much backlash.
Yeah, and
wherever she goes, and
don't get me wrong, there are things I like. Even in the worst films, I can find something I like. Like, I will defend The Last Stand. That's the word. It's because it's no longer the worst X-Men movie. Actually, Dark Phoenix, and you got a second try, and what did they do?
No, I'll still take Dark Phoenix over The Last Stand.
The Last Stand made sense in the time it was made, but yeah, it wasn't true enough to canon, and
I still dislike Brett Ratner
for that. Yeah, you haven't forgiven him. Yeah, you probably never will.
I'm not too sure I should forgive Bryan Singer for leaving to go do Superman Returns.
Yeah,
and Brett Ratner did X-Men 3.
Right,
but and
we got unfortunately that was probably. Well, it was. I enjoyed Superman Returns. I mean, parts of it.
It was okay, and if you take it for what it was, it was a homage to Superman the movie from 1979, 78,
78, I think.
And so, I mean, and that's all that movie was Bryan Singer loved that movie so much, he wanted to do his homage to it. Right. And Warner Brothers gave him some money, turned him loose and said, here, go take care of it.
Yeah.
Scratch your itch or whatever.
And let's flash forward to Henry Cavill. I hope that somehow they can find a way to keep him as Superman.
Yes, I like Cavill as Superman.
I do too.
Not to say I necessarily liked Man of Steel. I think there was a lot of things that Snyder did in that movie that were just off character for me.
Well, Martha and Jonathan Kent, let him die. It's kind of like, that's not what Jonathan would say to Clark. It's like,
any of the movies, even the Christopher Reeve movie, Jonathan Kent dies off, when he's reasonably young, not not when he's a child, but when he's in his teens. And the same thing kind of happens in Man of Steel, but in the comic books, he lived for decades.
Yeah.
After that point.
True. That's very true. I forgot about that.
Even in Smallville, even though in Smallville, Jonathan Kent was on there for a long time, but he still died when Clark was very much a young man.
Right, before he put on the suit,
And
reluctantly.
So it seems like in the comic books, Jonathan Kent is a staple that he kind of has to be there. But for film and TV, it's something where he has to die in order to push Clark forward.
Right. So it's just, there's that. There's a lot of parallels to that, and growing up and taking on the mantle of Superman, and Smallville was always about Clark. It wasn't about Superman, and the no flights, no tights, and they broke that a couple times, and then obviously the last episode, and then having the music, and and all that, and
then we come to find out in the Arrowverse when they do their the crossover, he decided to give up his Superman powers.
Yeah, I was like, and we were like, okay, what kind of suit is he gonna wear? Is
Here comes Lex Luthor. Here's some kryptonite. Kryptonite. I gave up my powers, dummy.
Yeah, I'm like, no one saw that one coming. So, yeah, and let's talk about the Arrowverse for a minute. And I'm almost ready to say R.I.P. to the Arrowverse. It's pretty much dead. But the only thing, and I don't even want to include it in the Arrowverse, but Superman and Lois is blowing me away. It is exactly I'm right
a few
tone.
Episodes behind right now since it's come. I haven't watched any of the episodes since it came back on.
Yeah.
From its little,
Well, there's
hiatus.
Did you get to the big reveal? I can't say anything.
If it happened before the hiatus, no, I didn't.
Oh, okay. You're about to, yeah. I can't say anything else, and I told you to probably tell me to shut up with this.
I did see the part where the guy who was chasing him
all
over the place.
Oh, here we go. I got
from another.
There you go.
Another universe, yes.
Okay, we won't. But yeah, Superman and Lois strikes the right chord. This last episode was probably one of the most emotional ones, and I'm not going to say what character, but I just feel like there's two things I love about the show. I like the brothers, that they still, because you think one's going to turn on the other, and that may eventually happen. Who knows? But I like that they're brothers and that, they kind of stick together. They got each other's back. I like the family unit of it, too. I like the fact that we've never really seen Kal-El have to deal with, being a father and to have, essentially twin boys. And when you get to that last episode, it's going to kind of blow your mind in some ways. But I can't talk about it more because I do not want to spoil it.
Yes, don't spoil it. Because things happen.
There are I don't even want to talk about what I've seen online about Spider-Man
and
what's coming. It's gonna be big.
Flash. I haven't even bothered to watch Flash.
I watch Emergency Awesome. That's a great channel to follow if you haven't subbed that.
Yes, I have seen.
And a guy named Charlie, he does like every kind of thing, and he even has gotten to the point where he's like, I'm just really not feeling this season of Flash. I mean, the first episode of this season was just painful to get through, and I can say the same thing about it. The ratings took a hit for Superman and Lois when they stuck a Supergirl in the middle there, and it's because they had a COVID situation on that production, so they had to shut the production down temporarily. And so I'm just happy we're into June and I've still got shows coming on. I've got something. I have to wait till September or something like that. And everything about what they're doing with Superman and Lois is great. Except Lana is an interesting character, how her character is portrayed there.
Yes, and her husband,
I can't say any more about. We can't talk about him. That's getting in the spoiler territory.
I can't think of his name, but what I've seen, and he's been on there. He reminds me of her husband from Superman 3.
Oh my God, you're right. Oh, you remember we had the disagreement, and I was like, no, that was in.
You were like, that was in Superman 4.
There was something else.
Like, no, that was in Superman 3, the Richard Pryor episode.
Yeah, the Richard Pryor episode. That's how big Richard Pryor was back in the day. People some people watching probably didn't even know that.
He was actually the headliner of Superman 3, not Christopher Reeves.
Exactly.
That was a shame.
And that's how
the movie really suffered for it. And not to say there weren't some hilarious parts in that movie. I mean, there were. It's just, Superman 2 is always going to be my favorite of the Christopher Reeve movies.
Which one? I'm sorry.
Superman 2
is your favorite?
Kneel before Zod.
And
oh my God, no, Zod.
Would you care to step outside, General? I mean,
yeah.
Everything. Oh
my God, there were so many product placements.
It was ridiculous.
Like the Coca-Cola sign, the Marlboro truck. I mean, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Remember the guy walks out the door from Kentucky Fried Chicken and the guy on the roller skates goes blowing by when they're using their super breath.
That was probably left over from the disco era and all, but it's like...
Well, I mean, it was like...
was it 1980?
1980, yeah.
Yeah, so that was like, disco was still kind of about to die out.
Yeah,
and
it was on its last legs,
It was on its last legs. It was rolling right off screen. And
while we're talking about Superman 2, for anyone who has not seen Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, you should watch it.
It's required. It's required viewing.
There are some differences. I don't really care about the way that he ended the movie, but the theatrical release, I don't really care about the way they ended that movie either. Where he.
You should watch Star Wars Theory. I actually to Digital Cave Boy. I do watch it.
That a lot.
He just hit 3 million subs, and
wow.
and his Vader Shards of the Past or whatever it was called, that fan film was fantastic. And I even tried to get aboard on one of his productions, but I apparently had to make the grade on it. But and he had a stream on tonight that I was watching earlier, and which kind of made me want to get on here and talk about Star Wars myself. And but yeah, Star Wars Theory is probably my favorite Star Wars channel, and I love how the content he's done over the years. It comes from a true fan that he loves what he does, and his story of growing up, and I think he dealt with cancer and stuff like that.
What's his name? Mike Zero, which I know you and I have talked about him.
Yeah.
I mean, his name should be Mike Buzzword.
Well, you got to feed that algorithm, but it's apparently working for him.
He dang sure feeds it, because he's getting the views out the wazoos.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that's the thing, and it's harder and harder to be on top of things. You have to, it's like I watched WandaVision, and I imagined that I would jump on here live or something and talk about every episode, but I don't know. It was weird, and I didn't do that through... I thought that, it would have been perfect programming for my channel here to do that, but I didn't really feel like... I really wanted to enjoy it, and...
Well, the first 2 episodes were just...
brilliant. They were brilliant in the big picture.
If you watch the whole thing together, it's brilliant. But when you're watching it on a weekly basis,
oh yeah, I'm like, it better pick up by the next one. I mean,
what the hell's going on here?
My wife and me were watching it, and we're like, what is this?
Falcon and Winter Soldier. The first scene of it, bam, you're in the middle of some action.
Oh my God, the very first scene with Falcon,
yes.
And I was like, this is what we signed up for.
I don't know if did you catch that dude was Bartrock?
Yeah, I saw a video today
Winter
of
Soldier.
On some channel. I'm subscribed to so many channels on YouTube, and it's just different topics about everything. But yeah, I ended up coming across the top 10 villains with no superpowers or whatever, and of course they mentioned Zemo, and they mentioned, what is it, Bartrock? Bartrock. Yeah, where he he was fighting Captain America, and what was that? And that was Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier, yeah. He went on the ship. He went
toe to toe to him for a bit, and then he was in Falcon and Winter Soldier, or Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
No, that wasn't until the end.
Right. You're right. That was the very end, which I thought was classy how that ended. But the whole feel of it, for me, WandaVision, maybe because I was so invested in the characters, but now we're hearing that Kevin
Feige,
thank you, did not... All those commercials that we had in WandaVision were all going to be attempts by Doctor Strange, to contact Wanda, he was the person that was supposed to show up at the end, but Kevin came out and said he didn't want, and this is according to reports, these are not my words, but they're, they did not want to
take it with a grain of salt.
It's a rumor, but from the reports that I've seen, more than one, they said that they wanted, they didn't want a white man to come swoop in and solve her problems. Whether that's true or not, I mean, But the thing about it is, it would have been nice. Of course, I would have loved to see Doctor Strange in there, and that would have all made more sense. But for me, when I think about it, I think it was important in WandaVision for him not to be there. The way they did it.
Because, I mean, if
she needed to work through it.
Would she have ended up with the Darkhold? No way.
No,
Jose.
she wouldn't have.
Took that on with him. No, Wanda, that's too dangerous. You can't have that. I have Agamotto. Take it.
Yeah. And it's going to be, I can't wait for Multiverse of Madness. I think that's going to be that's the next one. Well, other than, of course, Loki. We
got Loki, and then Black Widow drops in July now.
Yes, July. It's looking like it. And, I don't want them to keep pushing it off because I'm afraid I'm going to lose interest in Black Widow, but it looks fantastic. Eternals, yeah.
Eternals
which, by the way,
I'm
Marvel.
Kind of intrigued by that.
I'm under intrigued, and that's what scares me.
Characters that I am. I'm vaguely familiar with some of the characters.
I watched a video on the other day, but the thing is, I'm not as excited as I want to be about it, which I hope it will surprise me.
At this point, it's like they're getting into
they're going
a lot
deep.
Of characters that people are not going to be aware of. The phase 1 you had.
But look what they did with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Thor, you had Iron Man.
Right.
Those are all
staples.
Everybody knows who Captain America is.
Right.
Everybody knows who Iron Man is.
Right.
Everybody might not know who Thor is, but the majority of people know who those characters are. And then in phase 1, like you said, Guardians of the Galaxy, who practically nobody knew who they were.
Right.
I was vaguely familiar with who they were from reading comics a lot, and by a lot I mean a lot.
Yeah, they actually showed on the Vision. Not Vision. What was I watching? The Silver Surfer cartoon from like 1998 was on. Oh God,
that was so.
It wasn't horrible, but it was kind of bad.
Okay, it wasn't as bad as the Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah, that was
Iron Man from
that
the
was
90s.
Bad. But yeah, okay, somebody has a question.
Okay, what's the question?
Okay, he has a question, and we'll see if we answer it.
Just don't ask us what the topic of this video is, because we don't know.
and let it be something nice. Okay, so we may have a question coming in, so I'm watching the chat on that. Oh no. Okay.
Goodbye.
Gone. Okay. Anyway, so as we were saying, what were we saying? This is a live chat.
I don't remember. I'm so easily distracted in my old age.
Me too. But the WandaVision turned out like it should have, and I'm glad.
So, yeah.
I still think it was a much better series than Falcon and Winter Soldier. Falcon and Winter Soldier had its moments.
I think there was a lot more story going on,
right,
in WandaVision than there was
it was the possibilities for where it could go were just we didn't know. You didn't really know. But for me, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Zemo had too much latitude to move around. We saw Sharon was the power broker. We kind of knew that.
I thought that was. I didn't know that until like it was at the end, and it was like, yeah, blam blam.
But you know what? This is my prediction that she was a Skrull.
Skrull. Mm-hmm.
That's what I think, because I don't think
Professor and I talked about that too. About
I believe she was a Skrull. And they were when they went to Madripoor, people were losing their stuff because they're like, oh God, Wolverine's coming.
There was one scene where like they're walking down the street going to that bar, and you see a sign on there that says the Princess Bar, which during the Wolverine comic book series, his monthly comic, was a place that he often frequented in Madripoor.
Okay.
When he wore the eye patch and the white suit and.
Okay,
son, what is your question?
What's your question? And we're waiting.
It's going to take you a minute.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You should see me typing. I'll go back and I'll send people messages and things are so misspelled that I'm like, come on, spell check. And now it's learning me.
You're always changing my words when I don't want you to.
It's like I say and it goes AMD. And I'm like, why would you do that? That's not a word. That's a processor. AMD processors. Did they even make them anywhere? I don't know.
Oh, do you watch Vader's Fortress? He wants to know.
Do I know what that is? No, I don't. I don't know what that is.
I'm assuming it's a YouTube channel.
No, I don't watch it. Maybe I'll definitely check it out and see. You know, thanks for the heads up on that. And somebody was going live on Discord. I thought it was me. That's where I might have got some of these trolls from, because I just put a message in one of the groups I'm in.
I put one in a timeline's general server on Discord, so that may be where some of them came from too.
Well,
I won't make that mistake again.
Me either. So, what were we talking about? So, like Zemo and stuff like So
I like the fact that they finally showed that Zemo actually was a Baron. So he is Baron Zemo. And
he's like, "What's with the mask?" He put the mask on. Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think it was just complete fan service.
Yeah, that part was.
And you've been watching Bad Batch.
Yeah, I don't know if was there an episode. I might have missed the latest one.
Friday.
I missed the. I'm trying to think, because they were on the planet with the girl, which I think she's a Jedi or something. That's my guess.
There's definitely something that
she's force sensitive.
The Kaminoans don't want the Empire to know about.
I think they did a good job with the Kaminoans. Yeah, those people.
Yeah, the ones with the big long necks.
I think they did a really good job of getting the voices and the look of them right from,
I think
episode 3.
I think so too.
And I'm intrigued by that.
They're straight up using the animation from that last season of Clone Wars.
Yeah. And it works.
Which is fine because I enjoy it.
I do too. Bad Batch is wonderful. I mean, Lucasfilm is just about firing on all cylinders when it comes to stuff like this.
When you're talking about Star Wars animation and you say Lucasfilm, you mean Dave Filoni.
I mean Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. Yeah, right now I mean Dave Filoni, because he's doing Bad Batch and all that. Yeah, Filoni can do no wrong at this point. He's almost too good to be true. I think I really feel like he is a clone of...
He's a clone of George Lucas.
Of George Lucas. Maybe Kathleen Kennedy was the first one that didn't work. The prototype. I don't know.
She's a clone of a clone.
But you know what? She, for whatever you want to say, is she had a couple more than $1 billion movie come out, even though a lot of fans didn't agree with him.
I was just riding on the name.
Well,
that's all it was, because it sure wasn't from the content.
Yeah.
And, I say that. I don't really have a whole lot of bad things to say about The Force Awakens. I enjoyed that movie. It was basically J.J. Abrams' homage to A New Hope.
Yeah, and I was like, okay.
It worked.
It worked. And
Rian Johnson just pissed all over everything. And
had they had a general storyline to follow, it would have made all the difference in the world.
Somewhat of an outline, and then Johnson come in and he just, hey, here's this outline you had, JJ.
Yeah, and I almost kind of feel like
I like to upset expectations.
Yeah, subverting expectations is nice sometimes, but the way he did it in this with Luke, he's destroyed a character. I have a problem when you have an established character. This character has been around for 40 plus years at this point. Yes. And we know a certain way from everything we've ever heard about him. Yeah, it's okay that we showed, even I will give him this. If he would have left Octo. Okay, if he would have left there with her like they wanted, or he didn't have to, he could have shown up. But the fact that he showed up as a Force Ghost projection, it would have been better for him to show up in person, or something. And there was just, even Mark Hamill knew. He felt like the one guy who should know the character said this isn't Luke Skywalker.
When you have an actor who has played this character for 3 movies
right.
and, been intimately involved with this character for over 40 years,
right.
comes to you and says, hey, I don't think this is how the character would act. That should tell you are doing something wrong.
Wrong. Exactly. When he should have listened. I mean, and then Mark Hamill got to the point where he's like, well, there's only so much I can say. And the fact that for a year they were able to keep secret that he did the de-aging thing.
That was amazing.
That was freaking amazing. And I'm like, there's no way that's Luke Skywalker. It didn't even occur to me when I saw the one X-Wing come in.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't even think that was possible.
My very first thought was X-Wing. Oh, that's Luke. No, it can't be Luke.
Yeah,
we didn't know.
I didn't even think it could have been Luke.
Ahsoka. She's flying an X-Wing somehow.
Yeah, exactly. Somehow Ahsoka got an X-Wing, and it would have made sense.
Showing footage on the video monitors of,
and I'm like, okay,
lightsaber slashing up these dark troopers, and I'm like, okay, maybe that's Ahsoka. You can't really tell because of the cloak.
It could, at that point, because it was purposely fuzzy on the screen there.
And then you see the lightsaber is green, and you're like, holy.
Well, when he comes around the corner and you see the black, when I saw the black glove and the green lightsaber, I'm like, oh my god, this is happening.
It is Luke.
And
I was right at the very
cutting through him like butter And then just at the end, just the Vader thing where
when that last dude,
he just like
crushes him like a damn beer can.
And I'm like, now we know Luke recycles. And then that shot where the doors open and he's almost Vader, basically. He's wearing the black and the green lights.
Yeah, I've seen where a lot of people are comparing that scene to the scene, the hallway scene in Rogue One.
Oh, somebody did a video of them side by side, like. Yeah,
and there are some similarities, and I don't think that was what
they were
going for, but I do see where the similarities
like father, like son, kind of thing, And so I'm like, yeah,
from a certain point of view.
Yeah, I can't wait for Obi-Wan Kenobi or whatever it's going to be called. I'm excited, and we're going to see Vader in the suit.
I'm excited, and I'm trying to stay away from
every kind of spoiler.
I don't want to know anything.
Yeah, I want it to be like WandaVision every week and say what's next.
Yeah.
And
which, we knew a little bit about what was coming from WandaVision, which we knew there was going to be that Halloween episode,
right,
where they dressed up in comic-esque,
which was
outfits.
Fantastic. But the whole Ralph Boner thing, come on now. If ever. They were trying to get us guessing, to do that, it felt like a cop out, but I don't know. It was a good joke. It was a good it was more like an April Fool's joke, but just to call it all that for a Ralph Boner kind of joke,
Yeah.
But
at least it wasn't Boner from Growing Pains.
Maybe it was. We don't know, but I'm excited where it's all going, and I'm excited that that we've still got so much. There's so much more to tell.
Yeah, I mean, what Marvel shows are you really excited about? Stuff that they've announced, but we haven't seen anything.
Well, we've seen Loki. I'm trying to think what's beyond that. I should be.
I mean, I'm excited for Loki, but
I'm very excited for Loki.
It's here next week. It's here.
Yeah.
Finally. What's next? I'm kind of excited to see what they do with She-Hulk.
Yeah, it's filming now, and they've already shown what's his name in the motion capture suit, Mark Ruffalo. So
yeah,
we already know he's going to be in it.
Definitely going to be in it.
So I'm hearing Matt Murdock might be in it too.
Well, we already know he's showing up in Spider-Man.
Yeah, so why not?
But seeing as how Spider-Man's going to be universe hopping in the next movie, we don't know.
We think we may have seen a Venom suit.
In the right universe. We don't know if he's going to be in a different universe. is Netflix stuff a universe on
did
its
you see
own?
the Michael
try to
Keaton
integrate parts of it?
Did you see the Michael Keaton Batman picture that came out? The logo.
I did.
And it has the blood on it, which reminded me of Watchmen. I don't know, the yellow on the
the smiley face.
But it's got blood on there. I'm thinking that he's gonna be maybe Keaton's Batman's gonna be a version of Old Man Batman or something. I don't know, or maybe who knows? I mean, I'm just excited.
Be older.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Unless they, spend a lot of money to de-age him. WB ain't got that kind of cash right now.
No.
Not after this Discovery merger and AT&T. Hey, let's shine this turd and sell it off.
Wow,
that's basically what they're doing.
They're basically, from what I understand on that merger, they lost the money. They looked at it. They came in like a cable company or a phone company, basically, I should say, and thought they were going to run this. And when they almost shut DC Comics down completely. And it's kind of good that they sold it. And then if it ends up on their Marvel, then that seems like that clears the way for Avengers versus,
Yeah.
Which those comics were pretty good, so we'll see if, they live up to the source material. But
yeah, I don't know. I heard Amazon was taking a hard look at the purchase on there.
I wonder if this isn't the person keeps changing their name or whatever and coming back in.
We'll find out. We'll find out in a minute when they start talking about dinks.
Yeah, childish and stupid. Okay. I'm running out of space on my recorder over here, so we may have to bring this stream to an end. If whatever your name was, if anybody has any questions, ask them real quick because I've got probably about 5 minutes left. If there's anything you want to ask us, we're talking here with Digital Caveman. Your channel's what?
Digital Cavemann Presents, where I review action figures.
A lot of Transformers. If you're a Transformers fan, that's probably the place you want to go first and check it out.
Well, I don't know about first, but I'd appreciate it if you came there first.
Yeah. And we go way, way back. And
yes, in fact, just for you, I'm going to review this.
I'm Jar Jar 3PO. Remember, you got a 3PO?
Yeah, I do have a 3PO. I can put him in the review for you, too.
There you go. Jar Jar 3PO. But, so you want to check out Digital Cavemann Presents, and he's doing a fantastic job with a lot of videos that I've been impressed with your content coming out, and it's getting better, and I can see your techniques getting better, like we talked about.
Yes, and
you're staying on schedule.
Yes, consistency is key apparently for YouTube.
That's what the algorithm loves.
The Galvatron video that I just watched, I did a search for Galvatron reviews this morning, and I came up 4th.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, wow. Either there's not a lot of reviews out there for him, or,
Well, you keep doing what you're doing. I mean, it's good content, and you're growing your channel, so maybe go over there and subscribe to Digital Cavemann Presents on YouTube and thumbs up those videos, smash that like button, and maybe you'll hit the subscribe button here on Geek Homeworld, and hopefully we'll have more content like this. And we got a lot on the Geek Homeworld site here, so maybe you'll become a subscriber. I'm sorry, call to action. Subscribe right now and hit a thumbs up on this video and any others. And thanks for being on. Thanks for taking time because okay, my recording is stopped. My Rodecaster Pro says I'm done. Oops. Oh well.
You burned me up, dude.
Anyway.
Yes, and don't forget to ding that bell, people.
There you go, from the Digital Caveman Queen herself. And it's good to see you, quote unquote. So cool. This was a fun StreamYard version, live version. Maybe I'll just do it the simple way instead of doing things the most difficult way.
Stop doing things the hard way, man.
Yeah, I know.
You remember that thing they used to tell you at Walmart? Work smarter, not harder. This is a place where you can actually put that into into action.
Into action, yeah.
Yeah, couldn't always do that at Old Wally World. But,
no. Times have changed. Well, anyway, thank you for being here. This was extremely long.
No problem. I know you've been after me for months.
Yeah, and then I was upset. I'm going to admit it on the live stream here. I was upset when I say, "Oh, you're going to be live on someone else's channel, but you won't come on." Okay, yeah, I got upset. And I was a little. I ain't gonna say what I was, but I was that.
PO'd.
I was a little PO'd, but I got over it.
But it's okay. I'm here now.
You're here now, and this is only just the beginning. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I gotta go. It's Sunday, I guess.
Yes, it's Sunday now.
It's Sunday now. We did this for an entire day. I'm supposed to, I gotta ask you this real quick. Apparently, from the Digital Cave Queen,
we got it up. It's full of water.
So it's no longer breeding zombies.
It's no longer breeding zombies. Different pool.
Different pool. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, it's not like Zack Snyder's thing. I just saw that zombie. I enjoyed it, but it was with Dave Bautista.
I can't believe you watched a zombie movie.
I did. I watched it. It's Zack Snyder. I had to watch it, and yeah, with somebody I know said that's the worst thing Zack Snyder's ever done. I'm like, ouch. Some of the reviews on it are pretty bad. But I enjoyed it. It's just I don't know. There are parts of it I liked.
Netflix one, right? The Netflix
yeah, it's Netflix. It's worth watching, but it's not terrible. But I enjoyed it, but it's not great.
Have you watched Invincible?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I ain't finished it yet, but I've been watching it.
I got very excited.
If you haven't been watching it, you watch it.
I watched that. Yeah, I binged the heck out of it.
I watched the first episode and I was like,
yeah, the wife was sitting here with me and we were watching it, and she got up in the middle of it after, he basically kills everybody in the round there, the heroes, and she's like, she looks at me and just walks out of the room, and it's like, well, I've got to watch the second episode now. I've got to know what happens.
And the voice casting for what's his name, Omni-Man.
Yeah.
The fact that, the character looks like J.K. Simmons, and then they cast J.K. Simmons for the voice. Oh,
brilliant. I was like, he's a menace.
Yes.
Another one, they just announced that they basically let the people out of their contracts for Jupiter's Legacy. Have you seen that on Netflix?
Really? I think I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes.
They're coming back with like a Eve, like I guess the bad guy version of it or something. But yeah, people are upset about that. And I watched it because it just looked over the top, like goofy. But I will admit it does the whole kind of thing like they did on Arrow, which I never watched a lot of the flashback scenes. I know that was important. I just wanted to see what was going on, Oh,
you didn't like the island scenes?
They just started to grate on my nerves after a while. I was like, come on, get going with it. And, but yeah, there's some very pivotal flashback scenes, and it comes to the end of the season or whatever, and it's left wide open because, it doesn't answer the questions. You kind of get where you think you should be, and then it's like over, and you're like, oh, okay, well, we need a second season. We need something, so... but there's a big fan outcry for it, even though it looks on the surface very cheesy, but some of the fights are pretty dang incredible.
And, we were talking about the Arrowverse and CW earlier, and I forgot to mention, I'm looking forward to him bringing Stargirl back.
Oh, yeah. She's going to be in the crossover with Flash and, I guess, Supergirl. I'm not sure.
This year.
They said something about a crossover with Stargirl. I don't know if it's true.
Maybe
Superman.
Next year. I don't think it's happening.
Well, I meant next year.
Okay.
Yeah, 2020 has thrown everything off. But yeah,
Stargirl I thought was really well done.
I never actually finished the season. I started watching it and then got 10 or 12 of them on my DVR. Never like finished them.
Oh, come on, man!
But I've heard they're good. I've heard they're good.
Or the streaming app. You can watch it on there. I enjoyed it.
There's a new Justice League I saw. We were out shopping, and I saw Justice League in World War II, Justice Society in World War II.
Yes, I haven't.
It looks interesting.
Seen it yet. I'm waiting for him to drop it on HBO Max.
Oh my gosh! You know what I watched again? Probably for the second time that I've seen it.
Did you watch Young Justice?
I need to finish watching it. I've still got some episodes.
That third season is the season we never got to see on Cartoon Network.
Right.
And they're supposed to be dropping another one this summer.
Yeah. But I saw Superman Red Son, and I was amazed how good that is.
That was awesome.
It really, really held up. And I was like, I watched it and I was like, this is very good. I have the novelization.
Did Gotham by Gaslight drop on there yet? I don't remember seeing Gotham by Gaslight on HBO Max. But if it hasn't dropped on there yet, when it drops, watch it.
Oh, the Batman!
Awesome.
I'm hearing bad things about.
Like the Victorian era Batman.
Right. I felt like there was one that you did not like way back in the day that came out.
Gotham Knight. The
Gotham
very
Knight.
Second one. Second DC Universe.
That's
animated.
like the only thing I think they've ever really missed on. Because almost everything has been spectacular.
Now, you go back and look at, Death of Superman that they've done now, and you go back and look at that very first one that they did, the Death of Superman, and that first one seems kind of lackluster now, but it was the first one. But still, after all of the DC animated movies that I have watched, New Frontier is still my favorite.
New Frontier is very good. Flashpoint is
Flashpoint was
possibly one of them. And it might be my second favorite or favorite.
The last one in that series, Apocalypse War, Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, was
that
amazing.
One looks really strange. I don't know that I've watched that. I've seen clips of it.
You should watch that one.
It gets pretty.
It's the end of there. You know how they go from Flashpoint into War, and then they had a whole series of movies in that one universe that was kind of New 52-ish.
That battle with Darkseid and Supergirl, Justice League War. I've watched that. That might be my favorite of all of them. I really enjoyed Justice League War. I just think it hit on all the right notes. It was the Darkseid we needed to see, and he's like. And this is when they started getting more PG-13 to now they're just straight up R-rated. But the one that
some of them are that Batman.
The Killing Joke, I cannot watch that again.
God.
I cannot watch it again.
The only issue that I had with that one was
Batgirl.
the stuff that they added at the first of it with Batgirl.
Yeah,
that wasn't part of the original story.
Right.
But as far as the rest of it, I mean, that was.
You won't get any more graphic than that. The only thing that
could have made that movie better was if they were able to make the animation look more like Brian Bollard's artwork. That's the only thing they could have done better in that movie.
It was just so graphic. I just feel like it went on some of the scenes just really went way too far. I had kind of like the feeling I had when, Glenn and them get their heads bashed in on Walking Dead. And I never really, I might have returned for part of the next season I was gone.
Here's the thing, man. It is almost the comic book in animation form, panel for panel.
Yeah. Now, Flashpoint was the quickest one to go to video.
Mark Hamill to come back and play the Joker
was very good.
Because he has wanted to do that story
forever. Yeah, he is definitely one of the best Jokers. I mean, I refuse to say, other than saying Jared Leto's Joker's the worst, I refuse to say.
Do we even have to count him?
Right, and I refuse to say which is the best Joker, but Mark Hamill is definitely one of the best Jokers.
Oh, I know which Joker you like the best.
They've got they got a new Batman coming out that's going to be like the animated series. It's another Batman animated series.
Yeah.
It's going to be very close to the style of the one that was the big hit.
I hope it is a direct sequel to it because we've gotten. But I would like to see more stuff in that universe, in the animated
that
series
Mr.
universe.
Freeze was one of my favorite characters in there. how they did Mr. Freeze.
I would like to see them do a continuation of Batman the animated series.
I want to see.
I would like to see more stuff
Beyond.
in the the Justice League stuff, because that's all in the same universe. And they did those two movies. They did Batman and Harley Quinn.
I haven't watched that yet.
You haven't watched that? It
seemed like
okay. It's a little more heavily on if Batman the animated series was strictly made for adults.
Right.
It's a more in that vein. And then there's Justice League versus the Fatal Five.
Wow.
Which they haven't come right out and said that is part of that animated Justice League.
Now,
Batman, Superman,
there was one. You remember
universe,
when Superman fought? I know he's not Captain Britain, but it was the guy that had the psychic powers, and then Superman gave him like the lobotomy and all that.
You are talking about
what am I talking?
When you're talking about the Justice Lords in the animated series.
That was pretty good. I enjoyed that.
That one, the Justice Lord Superman came into the regular Justice League's universe, and he was, being Superman, and he lobotomized Doomsday with his heat vision.
But he also, that one where he just like the Amazonians were. Was that where the Amazonians were fighting a whole bunch of Doomsdays, and he just like heat visioned them all?
No, that was something different.
I'm getting confused. Okay, but I'm talking about the one that had the guy with the hat, and he would do something. It was one of those ones. It wasn't like the best, but I remember that, and they were on the moon at some point, and then Superman came down to Earth.
Was it? Crisis on Two Earths? Was it that one?
It might have.
Where they were fighting the Injustice League?
No, it wasn't that one. That was a pretty decent one. I watched
James Woods as Owlman. That was awesome.
Yeah, which is basically Batman. Yeah.
Evil Batman.
I'm Batman. All right. Well, I'm falling asleep, so I'm gonna hit the little outro here.
Okay.
And thank you, everybody. Go.
Yes. Thanks for watching.
Listening.
Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, subscribe if you want to see more live streams like this. And don't forget to ding that bell so that you will be notified when Geek Homeworld drops new content at some point in the future.
Well, I've got some stuff coming, so I've got a lot of stuff coming. So now that maybe I'll have some more time. I'm not working on a feature now, but hopefully I'll get back on something soon. But I'm going to try to make more content here, and I thank everybody who showed up, even the trolls. It still helped
Still a view.
It's still a view. And hopefully my subs will go up, but we're still growing the YouTube presence here, and so I'm learning it. Alrighty, well, thank you, Digital Caveman. It's always a pleasure.
My pleasure.
And,
my pleasure.
You'll have to have me on your show, I guess. I guess we have to, I don't know. And I'll be like, I just realized watching your content that I know practically nothing about the Transformers.
Yes, and I got a comment on Discord the other day. From Arachnia, actually, if you're still watching, she's probably not.
Yeah.
And it ran along some of the lines of what you said about, you don't know anything about the characters.
Right.
And, it would be nice to include something like that.
Yeah.
And what I'm thinking about doing, there's a guy on YouTube named Chris McFeely, and he does these Transformers, the basics.
Right.
Episodes, and he'll pick a character, and he'll start with their G1 presence, the cartoon, and he'll go through all the iterations through all the different shows and comics and stuff like that, and he'll show all the different toys, and it's really interesting. So what I thought, instead of trying to emulate that, is just start putting links to his videos in my video, so that if somebody wants to know more about them, they can click on.
But I always knew you were a Transformers fan, and I knew that you knew a lot about Transformers because we talked about Bayformers, and all that. But I didn't realize how deep your knowledge was. And I got a question for you that I was thinking about. And of course, had I planned this out, I would have had more.
Asked it early.
Yeah, or planned out more questions. But are you buying all these figures that you're getting? I mean,
Yes.
So you're like spending.
Yes. And you cannot, it's not a business expense that you can claim on your taxes.
Right. Well, I was just wondering because I was I
had that idea hit me one day. It's like, I wonder if I can claim this stuff on my taxes. Nope.
But yeah, I was like, he's got to be spending a lot of money because he's doing all these unboxings. And, it's kind of like when you start getting on that roll, you got to keep the fresh content, the new content, and,
Yeah, this year's probably not going to be quite as intense for the wallet, at least Transformer-wise, because the line that they're running now, the Kingdom line, which is still in the War for Cybertron trilogy, it's, half the line is basically Beast Wars.
Oh, okay.
And, Beast Wars is not my jam. Not that there's anything wrong with it. If somebody likes it, that's fine. It's just not my thing. I don't know what it is, but a robot turning into an organic creature, just there's something about that just don't make sense to me.
Right.
And I don't get it. But fortunately, that part of the line, Q-Fessor is collecting, and he's offered that when he gets those Beast Wars figures from the Kingdom line, he's going to loan them to me so that I can do reviews on them.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's cool. Yeah, and see, that's the thing, working with other creators, content creators within your niche.
Yes. I'm trying to get him more involved in the stuff, but he's spraying bugs all day.
Oh, here's the cue for us to finally end it, because I don't know how to end it.
All right, play your outro.
Okay, playing the outro. Thank you. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Geek Homeworld with your host, Zemo. You can find us on the website, Google+. Follow and interact with us on Twitter. Like us on Facebook. Listen to us on iTunes and leave a review. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Read our thoughts on Blogger. See if you blog the Geek.
Yeah, I think it's time to update that.
Yeah, I got to update that. All right. Thank y'all, everybody. Bye.